Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of the March release blog hop with Altenew, and I have not one, not two, but three colorful projects to share with you, so buckle in. For me, this is a card making video marathon, okay? I'm like Max, if I make one or two cards, I gotta lay on the couch and recover with some chocolate. So I'm only doing this because I love you and because the Altenew release was pretty fantastic. So I am tracing a circle. Can you guess what I'm gonna make? A wreath. Yes, this is the months of wreaths for me. I've lost count how many I made, but I'm not apologizing because it's given me life. Okay, and this first little branchy, leafy vine is from the new Wildflower Doodle stamp set. It's a large stamp set that is full of doodly vines and leaves and foliage. So many choices. In fact, a lot of times when I get a stamp set like that, I don't know which ones to use. I'm like, I can't pick and choose. Do I use them all? So what I usually do is I take one and I let repetition be my friend. That's what I'm doing. I took this one and I work it around the circle, making a leaf. And I am going to town. By the way, have you noticed I'm using this new Hero Arts Misty? It's divine, it's new, and it's shiny. How long can I keep it clean? Probably will be dirty by the end of this video. So, and I'm using all these Altenew inks. They must have the most color choices in the history of the world. They're divine, and the crisp impression that they give is top notch. I consider myself an ink connoisseur, and let me tell you, all inks are not created equal. Some do stamp better than others, but you just gotta try them to see what you prefer. But the Altenew, I prefer. They give a very crisp impression, and the color choices can't be beat. So I'm bringing in the wreath rear with a little purple. And honestly, I didn't know how I was going to work the colors, if it would even work out, but it worked like a charm. It was a happy little accident that I needed today. I am using the new Line Art stamp set for the sentiment. Wishing you joy today. Isn't that what we all need? A little more of that. So I want to do something to kind of amp this card up. What do? I don't know. How about framing it? So I slipped in a cream panel, and I'm going to die cut it with a large circle. These are the Hero Arts Infinity circle dies. And I die cut a big old frame, window frame in this cream panel. I'm going to pop this up right over top of the wreath. And it just kind of draws the eye in. It makes it seem a little more special, like an event. You know, like, hey, wreath, you're worth it. That's the kind of, that's where I'm getting. So I pop that up, and then, as I do with all wreaths, is I bling them up to the high heavens, like more than you need. But hey, why not? You only live once, right? YOLO with the embellishments. Look at these. These are the Pinkfresh Studio jewels, and they're delicious. Now, card number 2. This is the Fabulous Florets stamp set. It's one of those stamp layering when they give you the guide on the back, which is so needed for me. I always refer to the guide. This card is going to be very simple. Simple cards are usually my favorite. So this first color, if I had to pick one favorite color out of all the Altenew inks, it would be this one right here. Minty Mint. I love a minty mint. I love a mint with a little dark chocolate laying on the couch watching Prison Break. That's what I've been doing. We've been binging our family Prison Break because what else are you going to do? If it ain't Gilmore Girls, it's, you know what I like to do is I like to watch clips of American Idol. I just love watching those good singers that are so unique. I could watch it for hours. My family loses interest after a while. They're like, let's get on some action. Half the family wants to watch action superhero. The other half wants to watch a romantic comedy. And then, of course, it always ends up on hockey, if I'm being honest. And then I just tune out. I go on my phone and I watch some card making videos. That's what I do. So, and I'm stamping the center of the flowers. And then for the sentiment, I'm using the Caps Bold alphabet die, and I'm just very simple, just high. I didn't have much room, and when you don't have much room, high is the smallest word I could think of. But I am going to spice it up. I'm going to make it, are these called gold dipped word dies? I'm dipping it in gold. So I die cut the half of the high with gold foil cardstock, and I'm going to adhere that to the white high. And this will make it very fancy schmancy, like it's a highfalutin high. And then, by the way, I'm using Lawn Fawn liquid adhesive, but anything will work. And then I'll put a little foam tape and pop this puppy up. So popping up the panel on a white card base, I like that nice frame around the edge. And then I nestle the high right in there with the flowers. Put a few clear droplets here and there. And then I realized I forgot about the very centers of the flower. So I'm stamping those last. This is really out of order. Do not recommend stamping this at this point. But I was lucky that I had a sturdy base behind there with the foam tape. So it all worked out. Now we're moving on to card number 3. Have I lost you yet? Are you exhausted? I am exhausted. For sure after this, I got to go treat myself to a piece of mint chocolate. Have you ever had Ritter Sport or Rider Sport? I don't know how you say it, but it's like the best dark chocolate with mint inside of it that I've ever had in my entire life, and I keep it in the fridge. I only let myself have one little square at a time, but I do go back a few times during the day. So there's that. Now, I love a strip. See how I made the strips while I was blabbing away about the chocolate? If you ever don't know what to do to spice up a card, try some stripping. Okay, you know what I mean. Get your head out of the gutter. So this last card is featuring the line art, which is beautiful. It's these floral images with these lines in them. And I'm going to do an old technique which we used to call rockin' and roll, or rock and roll technique, where you ink up an image in a lighter color, and then you take a slightly darker shade and you go right along the edge. Right along the edge, and it makes it like gradient. I'm going to take even a darker, this is Heartbeat, a bright red, do a little bit more right along the edge, and it gives us this gorgeous, vibrant, gradient floral image. Now for the sentiment, this is an older set. It's called Flower Arrangement, but I love that scripty thank you. So I'm going to stamp that, overlapping that floral. You can see I got a big old smudge on my bottom left corner of but that's okay. This is where the strip panel comes into play. Card making is all about camouflage. You got to strategically place things to hide your boo-boos. And then some more clear droplets to finish this off, and this card is finished. And there you have 3 projects featuring the fabulous March release with Altenew. Make sure and check out the release blog hop. Amazing inspiration by the incredibly talented designers. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.